We are getting closer and closer to the release of FIFA 22, and as we do get closer, EA will start to reveal more and more information about Ultimate Team. Over the next month, EA will start to release the top 100 highest rated rare gold players within FIFA 22, but they'll also start to reveal information about different types of cards coming. We have already heard quite a bit of information about the hero cards which will be included within FUT 22, but now EA are starting to tease new one-to-watch players. So in today's video, we are going to be going through everything that you need to know about the new one-to-watch cards coming to FIFA 22. Before I do get into the video, if you enjoy the content here and want to see more from me, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Between now and the 22nd of September, we are giving you the latest information about FIFA 22. As soon as we hit September the 22nd, which isn't too far away, just under a month at the time of recording this video. But that is where we move on to the latest tips and tutorials. So if you do want to stay up to date with anything to do with FIFA 22, then make sure you are following the channel. And getting back into the video, one-to-watch players are not new for FIFA 22. They were first introduced back in FIFA 17, but this year we'll get a completely new batch of players, and this is exactly why we're talking about them in today's video. These types of cards are a massive part of the beginning of any new FIFA, and they can be used throughout the whole year. And I'm not just talking about you using these players within your team to play matches to get coins. No, they can also be used for trading. Whichever type of player you are, you can benefit from these cards at the beginning of FIFA 22. Want-to-watch cards are given to players who have recently transferred clubs. Typically, it's normally one of the top 5 major leagues, being Premier League, Serie A, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, and La Liga. In FIFA 21, there is only one exception to this rule. This is Blaise Matuidi, who plays within the MLS but did get a one-to-watch card during FIFA 21. So there are exceptions, but typically it is high-profile players transferring between the major leagues. With that said, not every single high-profile player that's been transferred with this most recent transfer window will get a one-to-watch card. The players that get one-to-watch cards are handpicked by EA, and this could be decided based on a business factor or just a gameplay factor whether or not players are going to use them throughout the year. What makes these types of cards special is that they are automatically upgraded depending whether or not that player has a very good real-life performance and if they do get a team of the week or man of match within the game. At the beginning of FUT 22, when these one-to-watch cards are first released, they will have the exact same rating as the rare gold version. They will be completely identical cards, the only difference is the cards in which they're placed on. You'll have a one-to-watch style and you'll have the rare gold version. But what makes the one-to-watch cards worth buying into is if that specific player performs very well during the week and they manage to get an upgraded version of their card with the team of the week, so they get a new inform, the one-to-watch card will match the new inform stats. And this upgrade comes at no cost to you because you already bought into the one-to-watch card at the beginning of the year. As long as you keep that card and as long as that player continues to perform well in real life and continues to get informs on man of the matches, the one-to-watch card will continue to upgrade and it will match the exact stats on that inform or that man of match card. It should also be said that it is only specific to these team of the week and man of the match cards. It doesn't count if this player gets a team of the year or a team of the season. So when we go through the list of potential players that could get one-to-watch cards later, you might be quick to think that a certain player is very easily going to get a team of the year. This will likely lead them to having a high 98 or even a 99 rated card. But this has no effect on the one-to-watch itself because one-to-watches are based on man of the matches and team of the weeks only. As also briefly mentioned, it's not just about the players rating and using them within your team. You could use these for trading. At the beginning of the year when they are first implemented into packs, this is a very good time for you to snag a very good deal. You can buy them and sell them and trade them during that week, or you could use them as investments, and this is probably the best thing to do. If you manage to get your hands on one of these one-to-watch cards at the beginning of the year, either by using your coins or you got lucky enough to pack one of these players, it's up to you whether or not you keep this player because you think they're going to perform throughout the year, or you can instantly sell them on, hopefully getting a bit of profit into the account. If you decide to keep that specific player and they do perform very well throughout the year, well, as already mentioned, they will get team of the weeks and a one-to-watch card will match their stats. So whatever the price of the team of the week is that gets released, it's likely that the one-to-watch is going to be slightly more expensive than that. The best thing is the anticipation. If during the weekend this player performs very well and after that match everyone believes that he's going to get a Team of the Week card midweek on Wednesday, between the moment in which that game has been played, which in most cases is over on the weekend, all the way up to that point on Wednesday, loads of players anticipate him getting an upgrade card. This is where you'll see that player's price start to skyrocket. A good example of this in FIFA 21 is Hakimi. When he was first released at the beginning of FIFA 21, his price was around 30k. The following week it started to drop off to the mid 20s, but as time went on, going through January, March of 2021, his price started to go up, went all the way up to the price of around 70k. During April time, his price started to go down all the way through May. This is when we had the market crash of Team of the Season, but even then, once we got to June, his price yet again shot right up. If you can time these correctly, you can make yourself a lot of coins whilst trading with these types of players. But it is a big if of whether or not you can buy these types of players when they're at the lowest point in the market, and a big if whether or not this player is going to perform well in real life. Because like Hakimi, which did very well throughout the season, we also have players like Timo Werner, and his highest point was just a couple weeks after FIFA 21 was released. His price started at anywhere between 600k all the way up to 800k. On PC, his highest price went all the way up to 1 million in November. But since then, everything has just been downhill for him. The player is now reported on FUT to be going for less than 20k. So just like it could go very well, it can also go terribly wrong. And this all comes down to the real life performance of Werner. He managed to get 186 rated inform throughout the year. And because he only got one, that's exactly what his one to watch card managed to match. And for someone that was an 85 rated player, had a lot of expectations, and he also had some very good stats for FIFA 21, it all just went downhill for him. So with these types of investments, you do need a bit of luck because many things can happen. The player could get injured, which prevents him from playing and prevents him from getting Team of the Week cards. He could even transfer to a completely different club. And these are just the risks that you'll take on if you were to invest with these one-to-watch players. But now that we've broken down absolutely everything that you need to know about these one-to-watch players, let's actually talk about some potential cards. The first one to talk about is Alaba. This one has already been confirmed by EA to be a one-to-watch card. So far at the time of recording this video, he is the only one that's been confirmed, and he's been used to show that they're coming for FIFA 22 and also the new card design that will be included. We don't have the player rating for Alaba, but of course we know he's going to be playing from Real Madrid, as he did recently transfer from Bayern Munich. The other 9 players that we're going to be talking about in this video have not officially been confirmed to be one-to-watches. Of course, they are real life transfers, but having them real life transfers and one-to-watch cards in FIFA 22 are completely different things. So the next player is Lionel Messi, a free transfer between Barcelona to PSG. I think we're all on the exact same page here that this one has to happen for FIFA 22. It's also very similar to what we had in FIFA 19 when Ronaldo transferred between Real Madrid all the way to Juventus. He did manage to go and get a one-to-watch card, so it only makes sense that Messi gets one as well. Following this, we have Romelu Lukaku, who transferred for 115 million euros or 97.5 million pound from Inter Milan to Chelsea, or should I say back to Chelsea. Following this, we have Jack Grealish, who transferred from Aston Villa to Man City for a price tag at 100 million pound. This is a player that performed very well throughout the previous season and also did very well within the Euros for the time that he had played. Next up, we have Jadon Sancho, who transferred from Borussia Dortmund to Man United for the price tag of 85 million pound. Sticking with Man United, we also have Rafael Varane, who transferred from Real Madrid to Man United for a price tag reporting in 41 million, including add-ons. Going on from Varane, we then move on to his ex-teammate Sergio Ramos. Ramos has now transferred from Real Madrid to PSG, and you'll notice that through this 10-player list that PSG already have quite a few players that could potentially be getting one-to-watch players. Sergio Ramos, being a centre-back, will be a great player within FIFA 22. Sticking to PSG again, we also have Hakimi. Hakimi being a great one-to-watch player that you could have bought within FIFA 21. He was an example of a player that continued to go up in value as the year went on. Now he's transferred from Inter Milan all the way to PSG, giving himself a chance again to get another one to watch card. Next up, we have Memphis Depay, who transferred between Lyon to Barcelona on a free transfer. And then finally, sticking to Barcelona again, we have Sergio Aguero, who transferred from Man City to Barcelona, also being a free transfer. Now, none of these, apart from Alaba, have been confirmed to be one to watch cards, but so far they have been the biggest transfers for this transfer window. With the likes of Messi, I feel like it is guaranteed that he's going to get a one to watch, as he will be a great money maker for EA, and there's a very good chance that he's going to be getting quite a few informs next year, making him a player that's definitely going to be usable. But for the rest of the players, even though they are very high profile transfers, it just comes down to EA of whether or not they're going to select them. But anyway guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are some of the players that you would like to see as one to watch cards? Do you agree with the list that I've put together in this video, or do you want to see someone completely different? Do bear in mind that it comes down to 2 separate teams filled with 11 players that get released within the first 2 weeks, and on top of that you'll get a one to watch players that could be part of SBCs. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, but for now I'm going to see ya.